RDA had a little more to offer for Rafael Fiziev than I think that he may have thought. However, I do think it's impressive nonetheless that Fiziev, even though they were kind of slow pacing it, right, the first couple of rounds, when it's time to go, the man went. And I told you, he sits down on his punches. And when he sat down, he did something to RDA that not a lot of people do, man. Not a lot of people have knocked out RDA. And when he got hit with a couple of those hooks in the fifth round, it looked like he was, oh man, where am I at? What's happening here? Either way, that plus 235 TKO prop hit on Rafael Fiziev, my man. What do you make of it?
Man, you're right. Those a couple of those shots were thudding, man. And even in live action when I was watching it, I was like, oh man, that might have been a little quick. Might have been a little quick of a stoppage from the referee, and I forget who the ref is. But you go back to that replay and you see him actually get stiffed standing and then get stiffed on the ground as well. Fiziev has some absolute bombs in the hands. And you're right, Derek. I was a little surprised with how slow rolling they were going on those first rounds. It really made sense that they were going to pick it up in the fourth and the fifth because especially for the control and the amount of grappling that RDA was trying to get done to nullify the striking of Fiziev, to make they're trying to hold on to the gas tank. So overall, I thought it was a great game plan from both fighters. It's just Fiziev, when he said, all right, it's time to end this fight, it's time to end the fight, he did.
What do you make that RDA attempted 16 takedowns on Fiziev? RDA, this is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. This is a dude who has some pretty outstanding wrestling, who's been able to take down a lot of his opponents. 16 takedown attempts, he only landed 2 on Fiziev. Does this speak more to the takedown defense of Fiziev that is pretty coveted? A lot of people talk very highly of him. I think he actually has the second best percentage for takedown defense besides Kamaru Usman. So is it Fiziev or is it RDA and you're 38 years old and it's just not hitting the same way that it used to? What do you make of it?
Well, I kind of credit both of them for it, man, because Fiziev, I mean, yes, amazing takedown defense. We've all kind of known that too. He has those, very dexterous hips, very strong hips. His kicks are coming out of nowhere, so he has the flexibility and the dexterity to avoid a lot of those takedowns. But I actually give credit to RDA for shooting 16 takedowns on his own. I mean, that's a lot of effort putting in while still maintaining the pressure, still maintaining the gas tank. And, I think he got the first takedown, or might have been the second takedown in the fourth. Like, it was, that's a long time. That's 20 minutes of fight right there to get a takedown and finally get it. And then to Fiziev's credit, man, once his butt hit the ground, every single time he popped back up, there was the last one where it took him a little while, 10 seconds still being held down. But at the end of the day, I mean, he still got up so very impressive. And I don't discredit RDA for not getting the takedowns. I think that's just a Fiziev skill. But the fact that this dude is able to shoot that many and still keep it going, that's what impressed me most about it. How do you feel about it?
Well, I mean, everything you said makes a lot of sense, man. Fiziev is a tough man to take down regardless, but I think seeing RDA not really be able to hold him down kind of goes to show what level Fiziev truly is on, because we were talking about who has he fought as of late, right? His best performance came against Mark Chikasi, who is not a bad fighter whatsoever, right? He just hasn't had really the success that the Bone Crusher was kind of looked out to, have, right? But is this the passing of the torch? This is really the way I think about it. Is RDA kind of with this loss saying, all right, Fiziev, man, you're the next, like we talked about it before, you're the new breed of lightweights. You're the new breed of fighters that is going to kind of, make a run for the championship. The old breed, unfortunately, the former champion, Rafael Dos Anjos, I mean, sometimes you got to just take a step back and say, all right, I took a run at welterweight. It didn't work out. I dropped back down to lightweight for one last run. I fight this top 10 guy. I'm number 7, and I lose to him. Now, RDA, most likely, he gets dropped down a spot 2, maybe 3. Fiziev, he's now that top 10 guy. I don't know. This just feels like, I don't want to say it's the end of RDA because the man looks like he still has a lot of fight in him, but it does feel like a chance at a title is kind of a long shot at this point.
Yeah, kind of a long shot. And I mean, anytime I see a fighter like this, especially a lot of the Brazilians, I always think of Jose Aldo. This is going to be fighting for quite a while. And I think the same thing for RDA. He'll probably be fighting for quite a while. I don't necessarily know if title contention is in his future, at least at the moment. But I do somewhat signify this as the passing of the torch. Our Fiziev coming in, especially the new breed. We always talk about it, sending the old dogs out to pasture. And thankfully, I don't think, like you said, I don't think RDA is done. But his title contention spots are running a little slim to none, if you will. So as much as you hate to see it, I think it's one of those father time moments, you know.
So, brother, RDA, he's been fighting for a long time. He's fought some of the best. We talked about his hit list in the preview show, but I just want you to take a quick guess right now. If you had to guess a year, right? A year or a fighter, who do you think is the last person, or what year was the last time that RDA actually got stopped in a fight, that he actually got finished in a fight?
Ooh. I say 2015.
My man, you were close as hell. Not quite there. Actually, a little sooner, 2016. He got stopped by Eddie Alvarez in the first round with punches, my man. And that was, remember, when he lost his championship. That's how Eddie got the championship right there. So this just goes to show, since the last time he was champion, he had not been finished since then. Now, it's been all these years. It's been, what, 5 years, 6 years later, and he get finished by Fiziev. This speaks to the level that the Muay Thai fighter is on, and this goes to show that Fiziev, being a great striker, he's not just a great striker, man. He's a little more well-rounded than we all think. I'm very excited to see who's next for Rafael Fiziev, because I believe he called out Justin Gaethje. Everybody wants a piece of Justin Gaethje at this point, man, but we'll see what's next for him. Big win by Rafael Fiziev. Now.